if I can see the brightness coming in a bit.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us in this Biz Talk organized by Penang Women's Development Corporation, PWDC. I'm Om Biling, CEO of PWDC and the moderator for today's session. This is the first episode and it's part of our series of Biz Talk program that we have put together for you. Basically, we're looking at what are the current issues and how is it that we can address those issues. Now, this Biz Talk is part of our 3 tracks that we have put together for you too. Biz Talk focuses on the nitty-gritty of doing business and sharing of experience by successful entrepreneurs or business people on what set them aside from the pack, what makes them successful. Okay, so watch out for the other series coming in later. The second track that we have is on empowerment, which focuses on self-empowerment and developing the knowledge and competencies to manage ourselves and as well as others. The third track is on family development, which looks into various issues and challenges family are facing now, especially during this MCO, and finding solutions or even alternatives to overcome those challenges. So you are in the first episode of Biz Talk. I know you've taken time to be with us, and we would really love to know where you come from. So, for a start, can you type where you come from in the chat? Yeah, you can even say which state are you from, or even which country are you from, or which organization are you from. Yeah, just a short introduction about yourself. That would be great. At least we know who is on together with us live. Also, grab this opportunity. Yeah, this is a really golden opportunity. You can actually type in your comments and even questions in the chat as we go along. Let me give you a little tip. Our speaker today, Krista Goon, is giving away a free gift during her session. She has informed us. So I'm giving you the tip now. Yeah. So be ready, be attentive, and be fast. Yeah. So for today, we shall be discussing about what is online business about. Yeah, what is online business? What are the channels? What are the platforms which is available out there? And more importantly, how do I decide which one to go to or which one to use? So this is what we are going to discuss today. Thus, let me invite Miss Krista Goon. Good afternoon, Krista.
Afternoon, Miss Ong.
Or maybe Ling. Yeah.
Yeah,
So how are
hi.
you? Hi.
Good.
How are you?
It's a good Saturday, nice and sunny.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope you are as excited as we are, and we're looking forward to this session.
I think one of the things that is exciting for a lot of people is that they always want to learn how to go online, and not only go
Yes.
online, they want to learn how to sell online. So I think
Mm,
today I would be happy to share some of the things that I know, as well as
mm.
share some of the stories of the people that I know who are doing it online. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to take up much of your time and of everybody's time. Okay. Everybody,
Okay.
to you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so to start off, keep the comments coming because I need to know where you're from and who you are. At least I can see some of friends here. Hi, all these people. Okay, let me just, wow, so many people from other places, not even Penang, but KL also. Okay, so
Ganua.
let me just start by going into my slides. Okay, I want to share my screen. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
It's coming up. Yes, we
Yeah.
can see
Okay.
the screen. Mm.
Okay. So today's topic is very exciting, right? So everyone loves going online. So today I'm going to talk about online selling and how to succeed as a beginner. So this is something where I believe that a lot of people, whether you know or not, I think it's good to get an overview of what you can do online, whether or not you choose to do it online now or maybe later. So this is some of the experience and the ideas and the stories that I personally know of that I am going to share with you today. So let's get started. So right now, I'm going to ask the audience who's with us right now, which one are you? Okay, so you can just type in quickly whether you're A, I'm currently selling online, or B,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not selling online, but I'm interested. Okay, so there's some interest there. Or C, I have no idea about selling online. I have no idea what it is. So quickly let us know which one you are.
Mm. Okay. So,
Let's see.
audience, ladies and gentlemen,
Audience?
you can type now.
Yeah. Okay, I can see some people saying they're B. Okay, and okay, that's A. Okay, that's A, B.
Wow.
Okay, C. Okay, so we generally know that, wow, okay, our audience is pretty mixed. So they are currently selling something online, or some they are not selling but really interested, and the third one is total newbie, have no idea. Okay, that's great because at least we kind of know who they are, right, and how to address. Okay, like just now, before we started, Miss Ong was saying that I have something free, right? So I'm going to show it. This is my book. So I want you to ask some questions, right? And the best question will win this book. So those of you who are interested in going online and all that, this actually will be the book for you. Okay, so let's stop teasing them.
So the book will come together with delivery, free delivery, because PwC is going to take over the delivery.
Shipping. Yes, the shipping and delivery.
To do the
Okay.
shipping. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's get started. Okay, this session is to help you understand online selling and your options for getting started. So by the end of this session, you should know what selling online is all about and how to sell online and what options, because it's very important to know what options you have currently, right? And stay till the end, as I'll give you, besides a chance to win my book, you get 5 important steps, okay? And a bonus PDF. So that's my promise to you.
Wow.
So let me just briefly introduce myself. I'm the co-owner of Redbox Studio. And what we do is we help micro entrepreneurs and SME owners grow their revenue using websites and marketing strategies since 1998. So as I've shown you just now, I'm the co-author of the book, Web Wisdom. I'm also the co-founder of Women Biz Sense, the most active women entrepreneur association or organization in Penang. I speak and I teach and I consult on business and marketing strategy for NGOs and SMEs, besides helping micro entrepreneurs. So this is some of the things that I'm doing. Yeah.
May I interrupt?
Yeah.
And
sure.
Krista also sits in the board of directors in PwDC.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for adding that on. Then the next thing I wanted to show is this is a client of mine. His name is Jeremy, and he runs Message Boutique in Kuala Lumpur. And he runs not only a retail, an offline boutique, but he also runs an online boutique. So this is something that he says that e-commerce actually offers him the biggest value for money. And that is something which I want you to keep in mind as we share today, is that online offers so much of opportunities for a lot of people. I'm not saying this because I'm online all the time, but I think this is the next way forward, especially with the new norm. Okay, later we will talk a little bit more about Jeremy and his boutique. This is another client of mine. Although this doctor in particular does not have an online shop, but I just wanted to share that it's not just online, but going online doesn't always have to mean selling. It can also mean promoting and telling people about what you do, educating them. Okay, so now let's go to what we will cover. So what we will do today is we will go to these 3 major areas where I'm going to talk about the definition of online selling, ways to sell online, and how you can get started, okay? So I want to start with a story of a friend of mine. This is Lim Siu Yan, and I got a permission to share this story because, before we start sharing things online, I think it's best we ask permission. So Siu Yan has been a friend of mine for many, many years. I think probably more than 10 years. She is a mom and a wife, and she lives in Penang. Okay, so this is, and she quit her corporate job 14 years ago when her children were getting started in school. She wanted to be there for them, and she wanted to help them with their schoolwork and coach them, and basically be a stay-at-home mom. So why I chose Siu Yan's story to start off today's sharing session is this is what I saw on her Facebook page recently. So as you can see, it's dated 2nd of May, which is very recent. So she wrote that every situation has a silver lining. My total online income increased by 52% in April year-on-year since worldwide lockdown. I have not done anything online the last 2 months as I'm focusing on the share market. Glad I built this passive online income years ago. So when I saw this, I was super excited for her because number one, because I know her and I knew what business she was in. Then when I saw this, I said to myself, since I'm sharing with the PWDC audience, I would also like to bring up this story because a lot of times we hear of success stories online, but most of the time we don't know who these people are and we have no face. We don't know the actual story. So with her story, it's very concrete. And I thought that it would be a great example of showing you what she has done for herself online. So what does she do online? So what she does is she sells maths worksheets online. Okay, it's a digital download product for parents and teachers. So on the right hand side of my slide, you can see it's subtraction games, multiplication games, and fraction games, and even more. So later, I know you're excited. I know you want to go and check out her website, but step by step, we'll get there. So that's what she does online. Okay? She sells digital download products. And this is her with her 2 kids. So she says that both her daughter and son obtained a 6/6 for the math in the Cambridge checkpoint test. And her daughter went on to obtain an A for the IGCSE O-level math. So besides selling the product online, she actually uses the product to coach her own children to excel in their maths. So I thought that was a really fantastic story and testament of how good her worksheets are. So who does she sell to? So you must be wondering, okay, who buys worksheets, right? So her target buyers are basically teachers and parents interested in Singapore math grade 3 to 5. Okay, and later I will tell you why she's so, I would say, so targeted in the people and the groups that she's selling to. Her platforms are her own website and also other platforms where the teachers and parents are. So what does she use to market herself? She uses Pinterest, and in Pinterest, she has 145.2K monthly viewers. So for those of you who know what Pinterest is, you know it's like a visual clipboard where you can kind of basically pin your favorite things. So it's very visual, very graphic. But she uses Pinterest as a way for her to market, to kind of pin the products that she has, as well as share other people's products, okay? And then, of course, online forums. So online forums are the forums where the teachers or the parents are actually going to find out more about educational materials, educational resources. And this is her website, teachkidlearn.com. You can check it out. So what she does is she sells digital downloads. And it is through digital downloads that she has made a nice sizable income for herself and allowed her to be a stay-at-home and probably stay-at-home mom and take care of her kids and do all that. And this is something which I find very interesting because in the internet world today, you can do many things, but it's also the things that gives you the greatest pleasure. And of course, coming back to it is not only pleasure, but also allowing you to use what you know to help other people. So what does selling online mean? So selling online means the ability to receive money before you ship products. And of course, people will pay first, either a credit card or debit. The shipping costs are borne by the buyers. And you sell direct to your customers without your agents, without your resellers, and it can be physical or digital products. And that's why I started off with digital, because a lot of people, when they think of selling online, they always think of products as in real physical things that you can touch and you can see, right? So I want to start off with Sue Yan's story because I think her story would actually let you know that's a much bigger world out there for online selling than just physical products. So let's come to the next story. So the next story is a story of a client of mine. So this is actually a book. It's called The Mass. We Remember, We Celebrate, and We Believe. It is by a Catholic priest called Father Ignatius Juan. We were asked to set up this website by this Father Ignatius publisher, the book publisher himself, because he wanted to sell this book online. And this book is a physical book, a paperback that was published in 2018. And as you can see down there, it's published by Three Doves Enterprise. So this Three Doves Enterprise, the publisher, approached us and said that they would like to go online and sell the book online and make this online selling a bigger part of what they do instead of just the regular retail channels. So this is Father Ignatius Juan. So this is part of the website that I did a screenshot for. So he is he is a very popular priest in Malaysia and Singapore circles. And when people knew that his book was coming out, they were very interested. Actually, they were very interested in finding out more and finding out how to get his books. So this is what we did for him. We helped him set up a system whereby his fans or the people who wanted to read his book could get this book directly on the publisher's website. If you are from Sabah, Sarawak, you can get it. Peninsula Malaysia, you can get it. And of course, if you're in Singapore, you can get it too. But of course, as you can see, the currency is different. They can pay either via credit card or via bank transfer, or at the bottom is that buy at local bookstores. So this is in case there's some people who still want to go directly to a bookstore and get it, they can still get it. But the main idea was to get people online, to get people to order directly and enjoy free shipping to anywhere in Malaysia and Singapore. So coming back to how this is done is that he also had a very targeted group of buyers, which means that he was targeting the Catholic community in Malaysia and Singapore only. And the platform was his own e-commerce enabled website, which was set up by his book publisher. And the marketing methods, interestingly, was through the Catholic Church network across Malaysia and Singapore and Christian bookshops in Malaysia and Singapore. Okay, so what this tells us is that in order to be successful online, selling a product, whether it's a real physical product or a digital product, is also there must be a very narrow target of who you want to reach out to. Of course, a lot of people, whenever we talk to them, they always say, I want to sell to the whole wide world. It's not that easy to sell the whole wide world. And later you probably can ask me some questions about that. But it's very good to be targeted, because when you're targeted, you know who you want to reach out to or where they live, okay? So that's a very key important point to bear in mind. So his publishers sold 4,000 copies of his books through the website, and 20% of the proceeds were channeled to the Little Sisters of the Poor, a home for the infirm in Penang. But unfortunately, Father Ignatius Swan passed away in 2018, and he died of, I think, old age. Yes, he was 77. So this is a story that I want to tell because I think a lot of people, maybe some people don't have that much of confidence on going online and selling online, but I just want to tell the story so that to show you that there's so many possible things that you can do online. So coming back to what you need to do in order to sell online is, in order to sell online, you need a system. Okay, so you need a system to, one, to display your products, including the units available. You need to connect to a payment gateway for you to receive the money. You need to keep track of customers, and you need to manage orders. So this is why you need a system to do that. So some of the common ways to sell online, I'm sure some of you have seen some of these different ways of selling online. So I like to categorize them for you so you can see the pros and cons of each one. So of course, the first one is your own e-commerce website, like the two examples that are shown, Siu Yan and Father Ignatius one. They were selling on their own websites, as well as Siu Yan was selling on other people's platforms. You can also sell on social media, such as Facebook, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of that too, as well as marketplaces. Now, this is a very popular way or popular place to sell: Shopee, Lazada, Etsy, and etc. So let's talk about selling on your own website. So I can't share about the things that other people have done and not share a little bit about what we personally have done for ourselves too. So I always like to tell people that I like to be my own guinea pig. So I like to try the things out before I even tell it to our clients or recommend them to our clients to use. I like to test it out on myself. So as you can see on the screen, this is a picture of one of the events that we have in Redbox Studio. We were having this event for the last 7 years until we stopped it last year due to so many of our other work commitments and all that. So this event is called Marketing Mojo. It is held every quarter in China House Cafe. And some of you in the audience, I'm sure you have attended Marketing Mojo. And we still have a request for Marketing Mojo to come back. We're still considering it. So what we do is that each time before Marketing Mojo rolls around, we sell our event tickets on our own website. So when people say, hey, I want to join Marketing Mojo, and they say, yeah, go to our website, redboxstudio.com, and buy the event tickets first. So that number one, you get a guaranteed seat, because as most of you know, it's the space in China House Cafe, the upstairs space that we use is not very big. So we don't want to overcrowd the space. So we tell them, book your seat, but more importantly, buy the ticket first. So you can get the event tickets at our own website. So this is one way that we also use e-commerce for ourselves. So we get them to go there and buy the tickets way before the event. So this is how it looks like. So these are some of the dates that we listed out, and you can buy a ticket for any of the dates that you want and straight away pay, and then we will receive the money. The other thing which I remember I showed in the beginning was our book. So we also sell our own books on our own website. We even have a special dedicated site called webwisdombook.com just to sell the books. So we have two versions of the books. One is the paperback, which is the actual book that you saw me hold up just now. And we also have the digital PDF. So of course, a lot of my friends and clients, they prefer the paperback. So that is great because they want to hold the book in their hands. But, you know, for instance, if just say we're living overseas and you want to get the book, it's so much easier for you to get the digital PDF download. So this is also a way for you to think of, like, if you want to sell something, sell it on your own website first, and then after that, go out to other platforms to try out how those can be your distribution or retail channels. And let's come back to Jeremy. So remember just now I talked about Jeremy. So Jeremy Koo is with messageboutique.com, and they have been a retailer for the longest time. They have been retailing women's clothes for the longest time. And then they decided to go online. They decided to start selling their clothes online. So this is how the message website looks like. So they sell women's clothes. So as you can see, there are different kinds of clothes that they sell. This is also another e-commerce website, one that belongs to my client, J-Life Global. This company is in skincare manufacturing. They produce as well as they sell their own brand. So what you see right here is actually their own brand. Selling on your own e-commerce website could also mean something like this. This is different kinds of products that you can put together to sell in your own website. This particular one uses Shopify. So selling on your own website. So what does it take and what does it mean, right? So selling on your website means it's a platform where only you offer your own products. The products are sold using its own system, and you have to manage the payments, the fulfillment, and customer service. And it can be managed in-house or it can be outsourced. So managed in-house means that you have a team in-house that helps you take care of the orders as the orders come in, or outsourced, meaning that you get someone to help you with the products and order fulfillment, right? So this is either you manage in-house or you outsource.
Krista, does that mean, sorry. Yeah. So does that mean that for somebody to sell on their website, you basically have to have the whole support system around you before you even think about selling in your own website? Does that mean that? Or there is a possibility to outsource and all that? Because most of us, because I'm also looking at the audience, some of them will say, yeah, they're interested, but they haven't sold and all that. So it's would some of them or would most of us have a website? Because like people like me, I'm interested. I don't have a website then. So would that be the option?
Yeah, I will talk about what other ways you can sell online besides selling on your website. Because when you're talking about selling on your own website, yes, you do need someone to help you. It is not one person can take up everything, which is actually quite impossible. Because number one, you have to do quite a number of things actually when you're selling stuff. So imagine, okay, this is what I tell people. Imagine you have a shop, right? You have a shop. Yes, you can take care of a shop on your own, but preferably you would have one other person or 2 other person to help you, right? It makes it much easier to manage the shop, because we know managing the shop is not just about talking to customers who walk in or selling them or packing up their products. There are also other things that you have to do when the customers are not in the shop, right? You have to put up maybe new displays, you have to put in new products or showcase new products and things like that. So it's exactly like running a full a physical store.
Ah,
So you can, of
okay.
course, you can also outsource. Outsource meaning that if you can get someone to help you with it, you can also pay someone to help you manage the store, right? Maybe on a part-time basis, maybe not on a full-time basis, part-time basis, but you really have to trust the person, because the person is accessing your back end, which
Right.
means your customers and your customers' details.
I see.
So
Wow.
that's a bit tricky if it is not your own staff. It's a bit tricky if you don't trust that person. So yeah, it can be outsourced, or it can even be outsourced to the people who help you develop your websites. Like for us, we do help our clients manage it, especially some who says they're not too sure about the technical side of it. They can process the order, but they may not be able to fix any technical issues that come up. So that's where we will jump in to help them.
Okay. Okay, got you.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one is the benefits. Okay. So I'm talking about the benefits. It's like, of course, if you sell on your own website, it's like having your own shop front. You grow your brand for the long term, especially if the brand is something that you know can grow, and you know that a brand is something that people will like, and you want that to be there for maybe 30 to 40 or 50 years, right? So you want it to be in people's minds. So yes, start now so that you can slowly grow and sustain a brand. Also, you can control how it looks visually as well as the features, because when it is a custom designed e-commerce site, you can request for certain features that you want in that specific website itself. So this is how you can control visually. Visually means that, for instance, like certain things that you want done, it can be done for you in terms of the graphic design. So that is where you have control. It's just like your shop, right? You can control what's inside your shop, because that's basically your brand image. And all your sales minus the cost are yours. Okay, so that is also a big draw for people. It's like they want to keep a lot of their profits. So yeah, this is it. The customer data belongs to you. I think this is the most important thing, because if you have customer data, you basically can control a lot of things in marketing, especially marketing, right? So I always tell people, you must remember, you have to get customer data. If you don't get it, you can't do your full on marketing. And of course, because it belongs to you, there's fewer rules and regulations. You make the rules. So you are the boss, right? So you decide whether you want to run a sale, whether you want to do this, whether you want to do a bundle package on your website. Just say coming Mother's Day, right? I want to bundle up these 3 products and put it as a Mother's Day special. You can do that, right? So it depends on what you choose to do and when you choose to do it. So these are some of the benefits of selling online on your own website. Now, the disadvantages. So it's not just the advantages that I want to talk about. I want to give people a fair picture of everything. So, of course, the first thing is there's an investment cost, right? To invest in your own website, it really does take costs in terms of money. So you really have to think really seriously whether you want to do this or not. Then, of course, the next thing comes in is marketing. You really have to put in more effort in marketing it, because you're like a standalone shop, right? So as I'm sure many of people who are watching here, maybe some of them own standalone shops. You know that standalone shops is harder for you to get foot traffic. So even this online is even harder, because you are competing with millions and millions of websites out there. You can't see them, but you're still competing with them. And then, of course, you need to handle customer support and service. Just like a shop, people come in, they want to exchange their product, they want to get extra things from you, or they want you to help them with certain things. So you have to be there to service and support them, right? Because you are the owner of the website, and you need a team, like what you mentioned just now. It can't be a one-person business. Sometimes some people try, but it's really, really hard. Even if you want to do it, maybe you get some partners. I think that would be easier for that particular person to run it. Okay. Now, let's go to selling on FB groups. So selling on Facebook, there are a couple of types. So one is selling on FB groups. And I'm sure many of you have seen this kind of post whereby someone will put up in a group like they are selling something, and they will list out what they are selling. So in this case, this lady is selling, what is she selling? Let's see. Yes, okay, soap. So what she does is she puts it up. And then the people who are interested will be the one who PM, I'm sure all of us have seen this, right? PM, PM, PM. And then this lady who will have to reply all these people individually. Okay, that's one way of selling it. Second is you can sell on FB Marketplace. And FB Marketplace is where it's a free for all. You kind of list whatever you want to sell. So here we can see people are selling prawns. Okay, they're selling sofas. They're selling durians. Okay, so many things people can sell. But basically, this is a listing marketplace whereby you kind of put up your product or what you want to sell, and then people will contact you. Okay, so this is, you can call it selling, but to me, I think because there's really no way for you to automatically get them to pay you unless you give them your bank account number and all that. So to me, still selling, but maybe a little bit more manual. Okay, now let's come to marketplaces. Now, marketplaces are interesting because marketplaces is where everyone loves to shop. So you get lots of people going to marketplaces like, for instance, Shopee. So Shopee caters to individuals as well as businesses. So anyone can put up their products to sell, everything from women's clothes to shoes to bags to household, but basically anything and everything you can think of that you want to buy, you can get it on Shopee. I know some of my friends who are watching this, they are big Shopee fans and they're always buying stuff on Shopee, everything, okay, from household products to clothes. Another way you can sell is, of course, on Lazada. But Lazada is more for business owners. Business owners meaning, I think you need an SSM. You need to be registered with SSM. I think they will ask you for that, for registration. Then you also have an opportunity to sell on another platform, which is pretty new. This was actually started during our MCO. It's called ourshop.com, and it is by AirAsia. So AirAsia now opens up its platform for small businesses to list and sell on their platform. So this is a really, really new one. But the interesting part about AirAsia's platform is that if you look on this part here, you see virtual lessons. So which means that you can sell your online yoga classes. If you're a yoga teacher, you can sell maybe your Zumba classes if you're a Zumba teacher. So they actually accommodate for people to train and teach things online. So that's the interesting part about AirAsia's Our Shop. And then there are niche marketplaces. So niche marketplaces are places where you sell a product, but it's very, very niche. Niche meaning this tagline is also very cute because it is a place where you can, if you're an artist, you can sell tattoos. You can sell stickable tattoos for parties and all that. So you can sell your tattoo stickies, I call it tattoo stickers on this site. So that, as you can see, there's a macaroni and cheese tattoo, a plant tattoo. So any kinds of tattoos that you can create, they can actually sell it for you on this site. Okay, so that's why I call niche marketplace, means it's only for a specific type of product. Then there's another specific type of product in another niche marketplace called Etsy. So Etsy is for hobbies and crafters. And why I showed this is, as you can see, there are some really cute crochet. We call this amigurumi. Okay, amigurumi means a cute little dolls and animals that are made using yarn. So in Etsy, besides being able to buy this little cute things, you can also sell the patterns. So as you can see here, the patterns of the little bunnies, that if you want to crochet your own bunny, you can actually buy the pattern and you can make it yourself. So this is a digital product. Again, it's not you're not getting the bunny rabbit, but you're getting the digital download of the
I
pattern.
see. Interesting.
Then online marketplaces. So now I want to compare also like online marketplaces. So online marketplaces, what is it? All right. After you've seen some examples, it's a platform where different sellers offer their products and they sell the products. They also help with payments, fulfillment, and customer service. And the seller has to pay a transaction fee for sales made or commissions. So that's what defines online marketplaces. And the benefits of these marketplaces, there is an additional sales channel. It's an easy way to get customers because traffic is pretty high. It's easy to start and it's a very low investment. Some don't even need any fees to get started. As long as you just list it, it's fine. Only when you make a sale, you pay them. The technical back end is, of course, taken care of by the marketplace. And if you get stuck at any point in time, you don't know what to do, you can look at their tutorials, their videos, and even talk to someone for customer support. So these are the benefits of the online marketplaces. And disadvantages. Of course, everything that has a benefit has a disadvantage. So the disadvantage of online marketplaces is that, of course, as you can see from Shopee, there is a high competition among sellers, right? And sometimes the customer-specific info is not available. Like I said, remember previously I was saying about customer data? You need customer data. You need your own customer data. Sometimes certain platforms don't give you everything, right? You know certain things, but you may not know everything about the customer. Also, low brand visibility because you're competing with so many sellers. So unless you're very unique, or unless you spend a lot of time on really telling people about your brand, it's kind of hard to stand out in that kind of marketplaces unless you sign up as a flagship or branded store. So flagship or branded store meaning that your brand, you are putting your brand on that specific marketplace. And of course, this is the one thing which I think a lot of people, they think every platform is the same. The marketplace, yes, probably is the same in the sense of that they attract buyers and you as a seller sell to them. But in terms of the features and the back-end dashboard and all the unique characteristics of who's the kind of, what are kinds of people who come and buy from that platform. So you have to kind of really explore and investigate. Are they, suitable for you? Are you suitable for them? And what are the kinds of things, policies do you agree with? Do you want to be controlled in a certain way or not? So these are some of the unique characteristics. So that's why even if you want to sell marketplaces, you really have to understand them before you even start listing your product.
Okay. So on that point, can we say, just now we were saying that website is like your own store, very unique, very customized. You decide everything what you want to do in that store. So can we say that marketplace is like a supermarket where everybody can just put their stuff there? You're also competing with other brands. If you have certain clothing, you're also competing with other brands. Is that a good analogy?
I would say it's more like a mall. It's like a mall concept.
A mall.
Mall concept. So you actually preempted me because the next slide I want to show is this. Okay. So you sell at marketplaces. It's like a mall, right? It's like a mall. And you sell your own website. It's like a standalone shop lot. So this is how you think of it. So at the mall, you have rules and regulations in the mall, right? You cannot open anytime you want. You have to open when the mall opens. So you have specific times that's dictated and you have to follow the rules. So if you're on your own standalone shop lot, you're the boss, right? You decide today maybe today I'm busy. I want to open at 12 noon or tomorrow. Of course, it's not good to be inconsistent with your opening times, but sometimes you can be a little bit more flexible with your own website or the things that you want to do on it. Of course, in marketplaces, maybe a little bit less freedom. On your own website, more freedom. Okay, so this is some of the comparison. The data in the marketplaces may not be 100% yours, whereby if the people who walk into your shop lot or go to your website, you get the data, especially if they buy from you. Or even if they don't buy from you, you still can get the data in a different way, but you can still get the data. Of course, in marketplaces, you get higher volume of traffic because that's what it is, right? Like a mall. Everyone walks into the mall, right? So you get higher volume of visitors. But in your own website, you probably have less and probably not as much as what you expect it to be. Marketing in marketplaces is a 50-50 responsibility. They will push you to do certain promotions, certain deals, certain sales. at the same time, you have to respond. I mean, basically, you have to participate as a seller to actively take part in those marketing activities. Otherwise, there's really nothing to promote, nothing to market. But if you sell on your own website, you need to market strategically or even advertise, because you have to get the people in on your own. So you cannot rely on them coming or finding you randomly online. So you really have to take part fully as a marketer to bring people into your website. And of course, at marketplaces, there's a lot of bargain hunters. There's also a lot of price slashing. So it depends on you. So if you're okay with that, that is fine. But on your own website, you get to decide whether you want to run exclusive deals or specials. So that means you have more control over whether you want to offer a deal or a special for this particular season or this particular festivity. So these are kinds of things that you can do on your own. But of course, there's a pros and cons to that. So now let's get.
Do you want to take some questions now, Krista? Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just go back.
We have some questions. Maybe I'll pull up from Jean. Jean
Okay.
is asking, what are the other platforms that we can sell on, and how does selling on website compare with other social media? Yeah. We want to address that first?
These other platforms that we can sell on is, like I said just now, the marketplaces, right? The marketplaces that you can sell on. There's also some which I think I saw the other day, when I was on another panel session with this person called Carol. She was talking about selling through WhatsApp. So you can also sell through WhatsApp. People can order and apparently pay you directly. You don't even need to leave the WhatsApp platform. So that's one other way of looking at it. So a lot of people these days are on WhatsApp. I guess in Malaysia, we're all on WhatsApp. So it's easier for people to buy and sell on that kind of platform. Then how does selling on website compare with other social media? So I think maybe in this case, I would say that a website I always call a website as a home base. A home base meaning that is the final destination that you have to bring people back to. Social media is a pipeline. So that's how you should. Sometimes people get confused, like, oh, should I sell on social media? Social media is a pipeline. It is a place for you to attract people, but eventually, even if they want to buy or they want to do some business with you, you should always bring them back to your website to do that final transaction, that sale, or to do things that you want them to do, to take the action on your website. So I always feel that a lot of people get a little bit confused between the website and social media. So we ourselves, we have our Facebook page. We also have other channels like LinkedIn and all that. But we use those more as a place for us to build awareness about our business, what we do. But for most of the things that we want people to take action on, like to download something, to buy our book, to buy our tickets, we will all say, hey, come back to our website. So that is how it differs in that way. So one is your home base and the others are pipelines. So you can have many pipelines out there. So that's why you can have many social media channels. But eventually you bring them back. Yeah. But these days I also see that Instagram, you can also sell on Instagram in a sense. Sell meaning that you can put up your product and people also contact you to buy. I think in the US right now, you can actually do shopping itself on Instagram. Yeah. So more and more channels are opening up. So it also depends on how you want to use these different channels, or whether you feel that your customers are more excited to shop on that particular channel or not. If they're okay to shop there, I mean, go ahead. It's good that you can make the sale on that specific platform. But if not, use it the other way. It means use social media as a pipeline for you to draw people into your website, and that's where the transaction happens on your website. Yeah,
I see. So maybe that also answers the question by Lenny Wiratan about for newbie, what's the most practical way to build your brand or product credibility? Is that also using the different channels, using different pipelines to come in? Does that answer that question also? Yeah.
Most practical way, yes, I would say that building brand or product credibility, I think if you can use, because of course all our time is limited, right? We can't always be on social all the time, but we also want to sell. So I think a lot of times it's like if you are able to pick one or two very good social media platforms, use those to the maximum, and then use that to educate. I always tell people, use your platforms to educate. Do not use your platforms to sell, because selling is something that most people, you see, for instance, most of us on Facebook, we don't go to Facebook to buy. We're not there intentionally to buy things, right? We're there to catch up with what our friends, our family are doing in their daily lives. So when we go to Facebook, if we see something that's really selling, perhaps through an ad, maybe you'll be interested. Sometimes randomly they target the right person. The person clicks and then say, oh, maybe I would like to buy this product. But most of the time, we are not there to buy. So when we're not there to buy, it's easier for you to create brand or product credibility by just talking about your product without the intention to sell. Talk about your product with the intention to educate. I think that is key, whatever platform you're on, whether you're on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or Twitter, or Instagram. Just talk about the product itself. And that will actually help you create credibility as well as, of course, brand awareness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to allow you to continue because we have like 10 more minutes.
Oh my God. I have to go really fast then. Okay. So what do you need to get started? So you need an online system that accepts orders and payments. Of course, you need products to sell, someone to pack the products, as I mentioned, courier, postal services, payment gateway, and more importantly, you need a strong online marketing strategy. So a lot of people think that going online is just about just setting up a shop. No, you need marketing to make it work. So this is how you think of it. So a customer buying cycle, which is the front end of your website, as well as the back end, which is the pack, ship, delivery cycle. So if you look at whatever you want to sell online, you must take care of the front end and the back end. So the front end, which is handled by a system, which in most cases is an e-commerce system. Okay, why we say system is because it's automatic. People select and pay. You don't have to worry about chasing them for payment. You don't have to worry that they forgot to pay you. They will pay if they select the product that they want. And the back end part is handled by you or your team, where you need to pack, ship, and deliver the product to them. So the front part is something the system does, and the back part is something that the human does. So 5 steps to get started successfully. So the first thing, you must make sure that the products that you want to sell are available. So it's it sounds like a no-brainer, right? Of course, right? The product must be available, but sometimes it's not always the case, right? Yeah. So, like in this case, like I want to come back to the book publisher of this book called The Mask. Is that he publishes the books. Of course, he knows that he has a good supply of it, right? So, if you are not creating or making that product, can you make sure that you have a consistent supply of the product? That is very, very important, because if you don't have, and people come to your e-commerce site all the time and then they say, oh, out of stock, people won't really like it. If you want to buy something, you want instant gratification. You want to be able to buy it and buy it now. And you don't, sometimes you may have to wait if it's a unique product, but most of the time people expect you to have some stock available on your website. The second one is target a specific group, community, or area. So I bring up this because I want to remind all of us here, remember Siu Yan and her story? So she targets a specific and small niche. It's not only just teachers and parents. She targets only people interested, who are interested in Singapore math from grade 3 to 5. She could have done other grades, but she said that this was her very specific niche because I think she started out with these grades for her own kids. So that is where she's very, very targeted. When you're super targeted, it's so much easier for you to find where your target buyers are. The third one is have a system to help you sell and receive money, whether it's your own or the marketplace. So this is where I think that having a system is one of the most important things that you can do if you really want to sell online. It's like, remember Message Boutique? They have a system. So the system helps them handle everything from when the client wants to buy to the payment. Of course, the shipment and all that, somebody has to do it on the back end by humans. ensure logistic is in place. So you have who you want to use as your riders, your courier, your postal. So you can have some of this. I'm sure many of us know all this. We've seen all this on the road or in front of our houses. So you can use any of this, but you need to find out in terms of the costing, how much does it cost? Is it cheaper to use just say Ninja Van versus Post Laju? So these are some of the research that you probably need to figure out. And the fifth one, which I always come back to over and over again, is to focus on marketing activities, educating and staying in touch with your customers. That is where you need your customer data. If you don't have your customer data, you can't stay in touch with them. So this is one email from Sephora. So this email comes into my inbox. And what it does is, I think it comes in very regularly, probably like once a week or even twice a week. So it tempts me with sales of Sephora products. So the Sephora's email is interesting because it's only free shipping for orders 110 ringgit and above. It's a limited time sale and it's an online only sale. So this is the way you can continue to get people to go back to your online shop, to go back and to buy from you over and over again. So that's why I was talking about customer data. This is where your customer data comes into play. This is another one. This is Double Wood. She's actually a women business member, Helen. I get Helen's newsletter also. And what this email does is it tells me that I can win a luxury backpack by joining a contest. So these are also things that kind of tempt me to want to go and check out what's happening by going back to her website, right? So this is like some of those interesting, attractive offers that come into my inbox. So just a recap, what are 5 steps to get started successfully? Ensure that the products that you want to sell are available, okay? Target a specific group or community or area, have a system in place, ensure you know which logistic or which delivery service you're going to use, and more importantly, focus on marketing activities.
Wow.
And my last one, not last, maybe another 3 more slides, is
Can
that...
I just get some feedback from, sorry, Krista, can I just get a feedback from the audience?
Yeah.
We are running out of time, so may I get everybody's consent, or to say whether are we okay to extend maybe 10 to 15 minutes around that, so that we also would like to answer some of the questions, because I saw many fantastic questions coming in. So is it okay that we finish probably around 4:10, 4:15? Is it okay? Just let us know. Just key in yes or no. So Krista, please continue.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about some insider e-commerce strategies, because I think this is also helpful for people. When you want to do e-commerce, I think it's good to explore marketing, all kinds of marketing, from advertising to social media to retargeting, affiliates. So you explore, meaning go and find out more about these different ways that you can market your site. Then, of course, key thing is learn how to do search engine optimization. So search engine optimization helps you attract the right people to your website. And of course, the other one, which I talked about just now, was the free shipping. Free shipping actually attracts a lot of people because a lot of people don't want to pay for shipping. So if you can offer free shipping, I think that's also one strategy that you can employ to get people to buy more at your website. Keep your website fresh and exciting is also another. Because if you are doing e-commerce, I think a lot of people like new stuff. So if you go for a long time and you never update your own website with new products, they think like, oh, nothing's happening to this business. There's nothing interesting at all. So you have to keep coming up with some interesting sale, like new products, new bundles, exclusive editions, or Mother's Day, or even contests, right? Like the one I showed just now, Double Wood, they were running a contest. And of course, email customers consistently. And by emailing them, you're basically reminding them that you're still around and that your products are still available for them to buy. So a lot of times, I think this is the part that maybe smaller businesses may miss out on, because they think, oh, it's such a hassle to do this. But this is actually what keeps the return sale, the people coming back, and the return buyers, and keeps the sales strong. So as I mentioned just now, free delivery is a strategy. So according to Shopify is another place that some of you can explore if you're really interested in selling online, is that 70% of all shopping carts are abandoned and high shipping costs are stated as the number one reason. Therefore, try offering free delivery if it is part of your strategy. So something for most people here to think about if you're really thinking about selling online. Okay, so let's come to the crux of the issue today, right? So what since I have so many options, since I have so many things happening, like I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, right? So which one should I do first? So
Yeah.
I say that if you're just starting out and you have 1 or 2 products and you're low on budget, right? You're a micro entrepreneur and it's MCO, and you feel that there's so much uncertainty. So you sell in the marketplace and you use this opportunity to learn and to leverage on the strategies that you can learn from the marketplace and test your own packing, shipping, and delivery process too. Because now, remember the slide I showed where there's the front end and back end? The front end is hard. So is the back end. So instead of trying to hang on to two sides, right, the front end and back end, and do everything yourself, try to just test out one side of it, which is the packing, shipping, and delivery, and see how you fare in that area. Then you will really know whether you are meant to do this for the long term. Okay.
Okay. So baby steps, right?
Yeah, baby
One
steps. Okay. Did you say something? Did I think I lost you a bit just now.
No, just to say that take one step at a time.
Yes, one step at a time. But if you want to grow your brand, you have a range to offer, okay, or you have premium products, you sell on your own website. Why? It's because sometimes premium products may be a bit difficult to compete in a marketplace where there are bargain hunters. So just say your product is slightly more expensive than the other products. So by comparison, yours will look very expensive in a marketplace, right? Unless people know you very well and they know, oh, this stands for quality, this stands for a good product. But most times, if you feel that your brand needs its own space and you know it will not do well in a marketplace of sellers, then you may think of investing in your own website just to sell that specific brand or specific range of products. And so let's recap. Okay, we're getting to the end. Don't worry, we're getting to the end. So this session is to help you understand online selling and your options for getting started. So I talked about what online selling is about, how to sell online, options, as well as the important steps you need to get started, as well as some, not all, some success strategies that some people have told me about, and some of the things that I know about from my clients' experiences. But at the end of the day, is this: everything needs your time, energy, and money investment. So the key is, where will you choose to invest your time, energy, and money? So that's why I think earlier, before we got onto this live, you were asking, right? So I was saying that yes, you can sell on many platforms. Well, you can sell on Shopee, Lazada, wherever you want. But do you have the time and the energy to keep up with so many on top of your own website? So if you're just starting out, do something that you know will help you, but at the same time won't eat up all your time. So I think that will be a clear way to make a decision. It's like, think which prioritization is important. And for those people who still want to get more information, you can get this bonus PDF from me. It's at redboxstudio.com/e-commerce-checklist. And this is where we list out 10 ways of thinking about starting your own online shop. So this is specific if you already decided you want to start your online shop. Even if you don't want to start online shop, I think this PDF will give you an idea what are the 10 steps that you have to take before you even get started. So if you want that, just get it. It's free. Okay. So for those who want more, this is where you get it, because I couldn't put everything that I wanted to talk about in today's 1 hour session. So for anyone who wants to contact me, this is my information. Most of you know that I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, and this is my contact detail. Okay. And now I want to ask the question: which one are you now? After listening to me, which one are you, A, B, C, or D? So now I'm very interested to know who they have they transformed, have they become little bit better, and they have decided to change now.
I want to go online now.
Yes. So just quickly, just type in: are you a A? Are you a B? Are you a C? Or are you a D?
Yeah, okay. So audience, ladies and gentlemen, please key in your response to this question.
Yes.
What
So
we're gonna do?
it'll let us know. Yeah, it'll let us know where you are right now.
Yeah. So while they're keying in, Krista, maybe we'll go back to some of the questions, and
Okay.
maybe you will help us to decide which you find is the best question to be
Okay. I
given.
show them this. The best question wins this book.
All right.
just to just to remind them that this is the book. Let me show you this
Yeah.
book. This is the book. This is the book. Okay.
Okay. So now we go back to some of the questions. We stopped at Lenny just now. Maybe we go to Gideon. Gideon question was, what is the benchmark percentage that marketplace charge the seller on the sales made? How many percent is
I
it that they
think
charge?
if I saw, if not mistaken, I think I did see between 3 to 5%.
3 to
Between
5%.
3 to 5%. Yeah, 3 to 5%.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's reasonable. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's reasonable.
The next question from Litin. Will customer online reviews affect your sales? Interesting. Will
This is a
customer
very good question. Yes,
reviews?
yes. Customer online reviews will affect your sales. That is the truth. Because why? Before we buy something, right? Just say if I'm in Shopee, lah, okay, and I go and click on this product, and no one has reviewed the product, no one has said anything about the product, good or bad. I would feel actually very scared of being the first person to buy it because I don't know, will I be the, like, literally I'm the guinea pig, right? Literally I'm the one who's testing out this person's product. So I would prefer that if you are selling something online, whether it's a marketplace or not, marketplaces are easier. You encourage people to leave a review for you after they bought your product. After they've received and used your product, please get them to put a review. Even if it's on your own website, make sure you get, even if you're not selling a product, just say you are selling a service, make sure you get people to leave you reviews and testimonials on your own web. Of course, you have to collect them. Means you have to chase after your customers and get them to write you a proper review. Or the other tip I have for you is get them to rate you on Google My Business. Okay, so Google My Business is very interesting because sometimes when you Google a company, on the right hand side, something comes up. The right hand side basically is Google's way of showing you a quick summary of the information about their business. So all of you can go and check out Google My Business. If you have a business and your business is online, you have to claim the page. Okay, when you claim the page, technically you're telling Google, I am the owner of the specific page. And in there, you can get people to review you, give you 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. Of course, the best is 5 star. So you get 4 or 5 stars, and then that will also show up when people Google your business or Google your company. This actually gives people more confidence in contacting you because you don't want to contact someone who has no reviews. You don't want to contact someone who has, in a sense, no review at all. Nobody knows anything. No one's saying anything about this person or product. So sometimes people say, oh, but what if it's a bad review? Just say some people actually quite not good comments. Just say sometimes they say, oh, I bought from this person and I didn't quite like it. Yes, even the not so good comments are good for you because it shows that there's a balance, right? It cannot always be 5-star reviews unless you're a 5-star provider all the way. Sometimes there could be 1 or 2 not so pleasant comments, but take it as it is because that gives a balance. So yes, customer online reviews do affect your sales. So make sure if you are selling something online, whether on your own website or in a marketplace, make sure you chase after your customer to give you a review.
Okay.
And of course, online marketplaces, they're quite smart. They say, oh, if you give a reviewer, then you get certain number of points, or that kind of thing to push you more to giving them good reviews.
Yep. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So the next one is from Christine Low. She's asking is if more, what are the strategies for managing the virtual teams?
Strategies for me. You mean that people who are helping you manage your online store. Hopefully, I think that's what I read from this question. Well, you need to constantly be in touch with your virtual team. So sometimes I think that virtual team doesn't mean out of sight, out of mind, right? It means that they are virtual, but you have to still consistently be in touch with them and still consistently have sessions whereby you get a feedback, make sure that they know what they're doing. Or because you are the owner of the, how should I say, owner of this online shop on the marketplace, you can also log in and have a look. So you cannot just have a virtual team and just leave it to them to manage. Once in a while, like the boss that you are, you still have to go in and check on things. You go in and quickly have a look and see what's happening. So I think part of that also needs a lot of training. So for virtual teams, you need to train them. So that's why I always say, if you want to start an online business, you first have to know, right? And then when you know, you get to impart this knowledge to your team so that your team can help you run it. But if you don't know,
Right.
and your team member or your team is telling you that this cannot be done and that cannot be done, do you know whether it cannot be done or it's not doable? So I always believe that as the owner, you need to know first, and then later you decide to delegate the work out to other people. That is fine.
Okay. Next one we have from Jean. Jean asked, our website is like the HQ, right?
Yeah. Where's that question? Oh,
This.
yes. Your website is the HQ. That is where all the latest news, latest updates, even if you're not selling anything, latest news, latest updates, all the best stuff about you, your business, your brand is on the website first. And then later you will spread this news out there. So how do you spread this news out there? Is that I see this happening a lot. A lot of people, what they do is they put their latest news on their Facebook page. But when you go to their website, there's nothing about that news, whether it is, something exciting, a milestone in a business. There's nothing happening in their website. So right now, like if I want to verify about this news, when I go to the website, I don't see anything. So to me, I'm confused. Like, is it real or it's not, right? So in order to make things very credible online, first you put it on your website, and then you share the news out to your LinkedIn, your Facebook, and all the other social media platforms that you have out there. That will actually enhance your credibility and enhance your brand, so that they know. I think they will verify first. So a lot of times, this is the missing link, that people will just update their Facebook page, update their LinkedIn, but they completely forget to update their website. Yeah.
Okay, so we have comments from Eileen. Just a comment that it's important to provide knowledge and create values and not just to sell. Pauline was just asking for extension, which I think we are all aligned that we need the extension. And Helena is asking, this is a question. When using Facebook and Insta for marketing and to educate, is it better to use personal profile account or company's account profile? Sorry.
Okay. In many cases, I talk about myself first, my experience is that on Facebook, we have a company Facebook page, and I also have my own personal profile. Okay. Why? Of course, we start off with our personal profiles first. Then only we start our company page. That helps in many ways, because people who sometimes follow your company Facebook page may just be interested in your company activities or events, right? Then you can keep your personal life separate. So I feel like that is one way you can think of it. So it depends on that person, because I see a lot of people, they are people, but they start off a page as if it's like a kind of celebrity thing on Facebook itself. I see that happening a lot. So I'm not too sure why they do that, because I think maybe they want to separate, like maybe this is them on a public basis and there's another personal side of them. But I feel that for marketing education, if you can do both, if you can, because like I said, that my last slide was prioritization in terms of your investment of energy and time and money. Because remember, the more pages or the more profiles or the more platforms that you're on, you have to invest the time. You have to invest the time to update. Even you want to market and you educate, yes, but you have to spend time on each and every platform in order to get the most ROI from each one. So I think whatever you can manage, please do it. But if you can't, if you want to talk about company stuff, stick to company profile. Especially some people who are quite private, they don't want people to know so much about themselves, their family, what they do, what they eat. So start a company one so that you can have a clear line between what you are posting and what your company is posting, especially if it's about company stuff.
Okay. I don't think we have much time now, so probably we'll do the last question, and then you have to decide, because we have to probably do a first come first serve, because there's some more questions coming up.
Can I say this? Can I take time after this to look through all the questions?
Sure.
And then later we will announce it on the PWDC page.
No, we can announce. Okay, thank you. Maybe we can announce it in this comment. So we just in your comment, it said you have decided who has the best question. There is one question maybe you want to also answer. This is from one Novara. What platform do you recommend that we use to receive payment? So this is the payment gateway. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Farah, for this question. Well, normally most people would know about PayPal. All right, PayPal.com is very common. You can also use things like, now there's Stripe, STRIPE, stripe.com. You can also use that. Now, the difference between all these different payment gateways, of course, locally you have all the IP88, all the other local providers. So it's between whether you want to use the international ones or you want to use the local ones. Now, the difference is in the commission, because it's like per transaction, you have a transaction fee, right? So it is only that. So for PayPal, it's 3.9% plus 2 ringgit per transaction. But for Stripe, it is 3% plus 1 ringgit. So if you're selling something, you have to calculate based on that kind of costing, which makes more sense for you. So there's also that, as well as like some payment gateways, they charge you a yearly fee. Some don't. So you also need to consider, are you okay paying that yearly fee or not? Or you just want to stick to per transaction, then you pay as and when you get a sale. So these are some of the things, or is it universally known? Like PayPal is more popular, Stripe is also okay. So people are comfortable. I say, hey, pay me through PayPal. I'm using PayPal as a payment processor. Then people are okay using it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Krista. Thank you. I've learned so much today, and I believe the audience also had. We really had a wonderful time, with you answering questions, sharing your experience, sharing. It's not just some examples from the book, but this is real life experience, and this is really, we are really appreciative. And of course, I would like to thank the participants who were with us this afternoon. Yeah, we hope that you found this session meaningful and would like to use what you have learned today and turn it into action. Yeah. So because if not, it's just going to be talk and no action. So nothing gets done, nothing happens. So if you could, audience, if possible, we would appreciate if you also give us some feedback. How do you find this session? Two things. How do you find this session? Is it something that you gain? You find it interesting? Anything about the facilitator, about the technical, even the moderator, anything, just type in your comments. And secondly, we would like to know, what is it that you would like to hear? What is a topic, or what is the issue, or what is the some thing, something about business that you like to know, some matters, business matter, anything. And we appreciate if you type in, so that we will know what to organize for you in future. Yeah. So with that, to follow PWDC in our Facebook, in our Instagram, in Twitter, and in any other social media, in our website for updates. That's all we have for you today. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you in the next session. Please be safe, be healthy. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.